that it? Oh, whoops. Welcome to What's New Player 2 podcast. This is episode 4, and I'm Jay.
Oh, and I'm Anthony. I thought we were just gonna do, this is episode 4.
Well, listen, last time I tried to just do, this is episode 2, you were like, oh, is that it? And like...
Yeah, exactly. I think we're doing the same exact thing. So...
Alright, well...
it might be the theme. Who knows? We gotta really start probably trying to make this a clear-cut thing, but...
Form comes after the art.
There you go. That's perfect. That's beautiful. Ooh. Mwah. I love it. So, like we said before, this is episode 4 of the podcast.
Speaking of good ideas, arming teachers with guns.
Oh my god, you're starting off this on a real... Anyway.
It'll be a different one each podcast.
Okay. Well, immediate news. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just going to jump right into it. Got another trailer after 4 years.
Really? I could have sworn that was just a cock tease they were dangling out just
They
to
were.
Sure.
But they showed off an actual, like, a more recent trailer, and we're going to get more information in June, and supposedly a playable demo at E3. So...
I mean, it's not going to be worth it to me unless I can see a throbbing vein on Barrett's neck.
I think you can see some pretty detailed stuff, but I mean, regardless, it definitely seems like the release window is going to be either the end of this year or definitely 2020. We actually might be getting Final Fantasy VII's remake.
Nice. If it comes out on anything but the PlayStation, I might give it a shot. Oh, is it only It's only PlayStation? Wow. So yeah, no. Again, I'm passing up on Final Fantasy.
I mean, I've had a weird relationship with Final Fantasy, especially 7.
I mean, I've played them.
I played like a good chunk.
Actually, no. I was tricked by my own mind into buying Final Fantasy Dissidia on the PS Vita.
PS Vita, yes, but you
I didn't get the full game.
No, you got like the
DLC,
the slight prologue DLC. And I'm like, no.
No, I saw it was $6, and I was like,
I know.
well, that's totally worth it for this. And then I saw the full game was $30, and I was like, nope.
Damn it. I would have someone to play that with. I haven't touched that game in years, though, so that's different. But, yeah, no. They showed off a bunch of more updated gameplay. It's not turn-based. It looks like it's going to be more akin to Final Fantasy 15, to where it's going to be real-time.
So, like the Tales series?
Yeah, except a little bit more in-depth. Or at least, like, more in control. Well, you're in control in Tales, but, like, in this one, you can also, like, switch between your party members, like, on the fly, like in Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, so that's closer to, like, Star Ocean Last Hope.
Then, there you go.
That was, like, the only Star Ocean I played.
And I haven't played any, so...
I loved it, mostly because the main character's name is Edge Maverick, and that is the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard.
It is stupid, but... with Final Fantasy VII's remake, though, Final Fantasy VII in general, from my history, you know, I've always been like, oh, I like, this game looks cool, because it's Cloud in it, because I played Kingdom Hearts, and Cloud was in that, and he was cool, and...
I didn't like Cloud in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, like, this is when I was, like, 10.
I mean, yeah, but, like...
I'm not saying...
Same here.
Yeah, but,
I've never liked Cloud.
That's fine. Not everyone has to like Cloud. I stopped liking Cloud after a while, because I'm like, he's just kind of bland, but... You know, playing the game, he's not as bland. I like him in that. The story, I love Tifa. A lot of people love Tifa.
Some for different reasons than others.
Unfortunately, but I'm not those. I like her because for her actual character, not like the.
I like her because
not like the metaphorical. I love her character.
No, that's plot.
Whatever.
I like her because of the Bridge series.
Yes, she's really good in the Bridge series. But. In the trailer, they specifically either edited her out or they just didn't show gameplay clips of her. Because the trailer only showed clips of Cloud, Aerith, Barrett, Wedge, and Biggs. You don't know those two, but regardless.
Wedge and Biggs? I don't think I know them.
No, they're just recurring names in Final Fantasy. And there are 2 people in the beginning. But,
oh, they're like his little, like, assistant guys?
Oh, yes. I forgot you watched the Bridge. So yes, those assistant guys.
Yeah, the one where it's like her voice always sounds like she's choking on my dick.
Yes, that's exactly who.
Okay.
So, they show basically like a little more in-depth gameplay and trailer of the first like part of the game was like the bombing mission. It looks very good. Cloud looks not as he's supposed to look like an anime boy, but he looks a little less serious and looks a little more like soft. He looks more softer. Like his hair looks more softer. His face isn't as like oddly like sharp. It looks more like natural and whatnot. And like, and I noticed this when I watched when I rewatched the trailer. Most of the renditions of Cloud in his normal design, his pants. And it sounds weird, but like they're very normal and straight looking. But
they don't have that like fuckiness that.
Well, no, now they have the fuckiness back, where he has like the stupid bagginess in like the very bottom part, and I like it. I like it personally because it kind of gives him, also kind of helps him look not as generic, yeah. And I don't know, he just looks clean. And now when seeing how Cloud looks and how Aerith looks fucking beautiful. Like they all look very good. I really want to now see what Tifa looks like. She's probably the most anticipated character in that game, and even though I never personally beaten Final Fantasy VII yet, I basically aim at the end though. I just can't beat Sephiroth. His final phase. Well,
I'm at the beginning.
His second final. Well, his like big phase, not whatever.
I think I set the bomb, and that was it.
Was probably
then I switched back to Tokyo Jungle for the rest of the night.
Gotcha. So, but I watched Advent Children the movie complete, and I got pretty far in Crisis Core. I dropped it. That game is in a dire need of a port or a remaster or something. There's a lot of good ass PSP and PS Vita games that need to be put on a actual home console.
I'd like Dragon Crown be on the Switch. That had nothing to do with it. I have it on the Vita, but like I also
no, a lot of Vita. I mean, I will say a lot of Vita games have been ported over to main home consoles. Like Danganronpa has been finally put on all.
What about Gravity Rush?
Gravity Rush is on Gravity. Was it Gravity Rush or Gravity? Oh no, I'm thinking the cartoon.
Gravity Falls is the cartoon.
No, that's on PlayStation now. So, like I want more games like that because I know they did have a Final Fantasy Type 0. Which was a PSP game in Japan, but then they brought it over to us on console.
One quick thing. If you haven't played Gravity Rush, do it. It's a fantastic game.
Everyone tells me that.
It is, and it only gets better with subsequent playthroughs because once you have the knowledge going through, a lot of things make a lot more sense.
Yeah, like Nier Tomato.
Yes, like Nier. That game was
fantastic.
Yes, it was
fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited for the remake, especially now that we're going to get more information in June about more of the game and release potentially. So, I mean, regardless of like PlayStation's state of play presentation overall was kind of meh. That thing was.
I didn't even know they did another one.
Yeah, me neither. I forgot until
Is it like a monthly thing or?
I don't know, but I forgot when I literally saw like on my YouTube feed the new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm like, what? And then I clicked on it, and then I'm like, oh right, that was a part of that. And so
I saw a Detective Pikachu video that said it was the Detective Pikachu movie, and it was an hour and 59 minutes, and it was a minute and 20 seconds of trailer footage, and the rest was of Pikachu dancing.
Oh yeah, we should mention that. I knew that was something else I was going to say. So, but yeah, that's I saw a few minutes of that. Like, I think it's cute. I think not Paramount. Who's doing
I have no idea who's doing Detective Pikachu. One of those big studios.
Is it Illumination?
No. Illumination is handling the Mario movie.
Right.
Which, like, I think there's a possibility that Illumination could do a really good job with the Mario movie. Because, well, yeah, they've got, like, rather poor quality entertainment. Their movies are still, like, decently well animated and, like, they're family friendly and have mass appeal. So I can easily see Illumination making a relatively good Mario movie. Universal, however, I don't know if I trust them with Sonic. I really don't.
It's Paramount. Paramount Sonic.
Paramount. Okay. Well, I thought Paramount was owned by Universal. I could be wrong about that entirely, but I really like. They said they're gonna redesign him, and of course, there's the prevailing theory that well, which is easier, redesigning him throughout an entire feature-length movie, or making him look ugly for the 29 seconds he's in that trailer. It seems like it could have just been a good PR stunt. Did you find out who made Detective Pikachu?
Yes, it's being produced by Warner Brothers and
Warner Brothers.
Legendary Entertainment.
Okay, they're just,
So they should be okay.
I
but,
trust Warner
like the way
Brothers.
but they definitely know like how Sonic's backlash or just at least the infamy it's going through right now. They're definitely capitalizing on it even more because they know that it's good PR.
I mean,
and also
Sonic's PR has always been memes.
I know, but like let alone Detective Pikachu, definitely seems.
Dexter Pikachu.
Yeah, shut up. Definitely seems to be more coming up, looking like the better movie, or at least a more entertaining movie.
I mean, I won't say entertaining. Better movie, sure.
Okay, fair.
Like a train wreck is still fun to watch.
Yeah, but what about rewatching it multiple times?
Who knows? Jim Carrey might make it worth a rewatch.
That's fair, but I feel like at least
like I said, better movie, Detective Pikachu. More entertaining, that could be a toss-up. I will, however, say points deducted from Detective Pikachu for making Charizard furry.
I totally agree with you on that one.
It makes no sense why he's furry, but you know what? He is. That's a world we gotta live with.
Could be worse.
That is 1,000% true. So are you looking forward to EA's newest single-player Star Wars game?
No.
Yeah.
Not even just being on the generic train of, I don't like anything EA does. But besides the Star Wars brand in general, not even because of the movies. The movies are an entirely different topic.
Some of them are good, some of them are terrible.
I mean, I like the original trilogy. I actually, even back then, I do not mind the prequels. I liked 1 for the most part. 2, I never ever remember what happens in it, so I'm gonna say that's probably not that great of a movie. And then I like 3. I liked 3.
Three. I can say I respect 3. I respect the amount of work that Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen put into that fight scene towards the end.
Yeah.
They practiced for months on that.
Oh yeah.
It showed. It came out really good.
It's iconic, and I still remember that fight. I still think it's a good movie. I personally did not. Oddly enough, I did not like
4.
No, I love the original trilogy. What the hell was the new?
7 is Force Awakens.
There we go. Force Awakens. I don't remember what happened in that one.
I didn't like it, and then I walked out of Last Jedi, and I thought Force Awakens not that bad.
Ironically, I think it's kind of the opposite. If anything, I at least kind of found more things, quote unquote, memorable in Last Jedi than Force Awakens.
See, I found more things that were annoying in Last Jedi than Force Awakens.
Yes.
Force Awakens, when I walked out of that, I was like, Finn's dead. He got a lightsaber to the back.
Ha, good one.
Give me all the arguments you want. Finn is dead. He took a lightsaber to the back. And if he's still alive, I'm not going to pay to see the next movie. And I didn't end up paying. A friend of ours was very kind and...
I forgot we didn't.
Yeah.
I forgot we didn't pay to see the next one.
Had extra tickets, and he was like, "You guys want to come?" And we were like, "Sure."
Sure.
And that's how we saw Last Jedi. And Last Jedi was a horrendous movie, and I felt bad for my friend having to pay for that.
Yeah, I still oddly kind of liked it. I mean, probably also didn't help with Carrie Fisher. Obviously, another reason why people really were also probably...
That stupid fucking scene where...
It was so stupid.
Where everyone else gets sucked out into space, dies immediately, Carrie Fisher, oops, sorry, plot armor.
Not even like, plot armor. Not even plot armor, it's just, hey, you don't want me to die off in the movie like
That's
this.
plot armor.
Even though
That's exactly plot armor.
Okay, fair. I feel like it's just more kind of situation.
Asshole?
Yeah. Like, we don't want you to die. We were originally going to make you die here, but now that you actually passed away in real life, that might be a bad way to let you go. Even though, honestly, I should have. If anything, I don't think...
I think she died after the movie came out, though.
Yeah.
Because
I think... I don't know. I think it might have been, close to done.
I think it was after it came out.
Obviously, I could be wrong, but...
Because people were like, well, she survived in the last one, so what are they going to do?
I mean, they're going to write her out regardless, but...
I think they're going to CGI her.
I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they either... If they really, really, really want to keep her in there, have her just be a voice recording telling
they already showed. No, never mind. That trailer just showed Star Wars Episode 9: Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I know it's Rise of Skywalker.
I know the joke, but tell the audience. There is any.
Yeah, they have to do an ass pull to make up for that last movie. They have to do some kind of ass pull to explain why she can do everything. And an ass pull that I think some people would accept a decent amount is one that people already gave them. They said, so what, are you going to make Rey a Skywalker? And be like, well, the Skywalkers have very strong Force connection, so that's how she has a very strong Force connection. Like, there's people out there who said that's what they're going to do, so I can't imagine people would be too pissed off if they did it, but it's going to be an ass pull no matter what, because they have taken away every opportunity for her to have developed and have reasons for doing the things she can do.
I agree. I mean, let alone, who knows? Because you know how the Star Wars fan base is so rabid.
Dude, yes, it's...
Especially, I mean, well, like, I kind of get it. You know, they've been around for fucking years now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how old is Star Wars now? Is it?
My mom went to see the original one.
I think my dad did, too. I think that was... So, is it...
It's like over...
Is it over 40? It might be over 40.
Yeah. It's probably about like 45.
So you have... So, you know, that...
You
very
have
dedicated fan base.
You have a long history with it.
So I get it in the way how the fan base kind of reacts to a lot of things.
I mean, I'm not even too big into the... Like, I've seen all of the movies,
yes.
Except for Solo and Rogue One.
Yeah, I haven't seen those spin-offs either.
I didn't care for Rogue... Like, I didn't care to see Rogue One because it didn't have any characters I liked.
Yeah, I didn't care to see it.
Then I found out it had like a tall monster man looking thing, and I thought, that's great. And then I found out he's barely in the movie. I'm like, wow, way to ruin the one part I would like about it. And then Solo, I was like, no, Last Jedi did it for me. I'm not going to. And then,
Solo was a cool idea, but
where are your people? I don't have people. So you're Han Solo? That did not need to be in the movie.
That was in the movie.
That's a scene.
Or
he's talking to like it. He's talking to it was in the final cut of the movie. He's talking to like some officer. He's like, Han, who are your people? He goes, I don't have any people. And the guy goes, so you're Han Solo. And then that's how he got his name.
That's stupid.
That's incredibly stupid.
Very stupid. I mean, also I know kind of random, but I think it was this week, but I think the actor for Chewbacca has passed away.
Yes,
too.
yes, he did.
So rest in peace to him too, because
lost a good man.
Another one
bites the dust. It's sad, really.
It is. I mean, I know they're all getting older. You can't expect them.
Half of them are dying. The other half are being. Turns out they're pedophiles and rapists.
In Star Wars?
No, not in Star Wars, but just like old, like Bill Cosby.
Okay, that's fair.
Like a lot of old actors, people really liked growing up.
They find out the dirty secrets.
Yeah, half of them are like dying, and the other half are, well, not the other half, but like a good amount of them.
A chunk. Let's say a chunk.
A chunk of them are dying, and a chunk of them are turning out to like do horrible things.
It's the world we live in.
It really is.
So, straying away from that, talk about your topic that you wanted to get into.
Right. So, I'm going to quickly just give you a brief overhaul of Sonic X, a show that I watched religiously growing up. The show's a little wonky, just a touch, a hair wonky. It covers, in Season 1, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and for some unknown reason to me, the story from the game Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. So now, the show starts off with Sonic and his friends trying to rescue Cream from one of Eggman's evil contraptions. He's got all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and he's like, oh, I'm going to do a bad thing. And they have to, stop him. And upon stopping him, they accidentally tore open a portal through space and time and end up in our world. Gotta get back to Mobius, Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic gets separated from all his friends, and then he races a guy a professional race car driver who was just on the street for no reason, And then Sonic, Sonic goes faster than him, and then the guy's like, oh yeah, well watch this, and he goes faster than him, and Sonic goes, oh yeah, and then he goes faster than him, and then the guy catches up again, and then Sonic goes so fast that he runs off this, the highway isn't complete, but it's not like there's signs or anything saying the highway isn't complete. Sonic just runs off an incomplete highway that overlooks an entire city. He's flying over the city, and he can see lights from buildings as he's just soaring over. And then he falls, lands on a cop car. They try to catch him with a net, and he runs away. And after running for a little bit longer, he falls into a pool in the back of some rich family's house and is saved by their 12-year-old son. Now, this kid's name is Chris, and his last name is Thorndyke.
Right, I forgot his last name was Thorndyke.
His last name is Thorndyke. And he's got to keep Sonic a secret from his parents, which, for no reason, because once the parents find out about Sonic and his friends, because by the time they find out, Chris and Sonic had already gathered a couple of Sonic's cohorts.
Well, they want to realize that their son is a furry. That's why he's keeping him in the closet.
I mean, it gets it gets a little weirder with how much of a furry Chris can be.
Oh, no. See, I barely, personally, just to put it out there, again, not have that much experience with Sonic as much as I think I do. So I watched like clips or like snippets of Sonic X back then, but not enough to where you're.
See, I don't know if they meant it this way, but it certainly seemed like throughout the series, Chris falls in love with Sonic. Like it seems like to Chris, Sonic is like his husband or something, and Chris. So once Chris's parents find out about them, they're all like, "Oh, that's super cool. You got a bunch of fucking talking."
Super cool.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you got a bunch of, furry friends, anthropomorphic animals. And they've been being helped by Chris's grandpa this entire time, and he's some kind of genius inventor. I don't remember his first name, but it's like Professor Thorndyke, so like...
Yeah, of course.
So, where was I? Right. Chris has I want to call them a token troop, but they call them friends. You got the girl in the wheelchair, you got the minority kid, he's just got a gaggle of friends, and I distinctly remember an episode where Sonic takes the girl in the wheelchair and just starts running all over while pushing her, and she's like, wee! Meanwhile, like, moving at those speeds, yeah, a high-tech supercar can do it. Sonic the Hedgehog can do it for some reason. A little girl in a wheelchair, I don't think that's, like, a good idea, but, whatever, they did it.
Sounds like a great idea. What are you talking about?
Oh, they go throughout it, throughout the story, finding all Sonic's friends and whatnot. There's a part where Knuckles screams, shut up. In, like, one of the episodes, Sonic says something to him and he just screams, shut up! And, like, it was a very visceral shut up. Like a child who finally learned the word and it got the courage to scream it at their dad.
Because they kept listening to Linkin Park all those years.
Yes. And so... upon finding most of their friends, Eggman decides to go apeshit and just breaks the Master Emerald.
Around as usual.
Snooping us!
I know that's not from that cartoon.
No, that's from the Sad AM.
Yeah.
But, so Eggman breaks the Master Emerald and releases Chaos, and then everyone tries to fight Chaos, and Chaos bitch slaps all of them, and eventually gets the Chaos Emeralds. And then he uses them and becomes a giant lizard monster, giant lizard tentacle monster, and then Tikal pops out. It's the story from Sonic Adventure, but it doesn't include like the segmented parts. Like I can't go into it because I'll be on this tangent for hours. But
well, don't worry, I have a cutoff point for you. Don't worry.
Okay,
you're fine.
Like E101 Gamma, his story. Oh, forget. I can talk about that for hours.
Yes, you can.
But then after that, they have the Sonic Adventure 2 arc where Eggman discovers his grandfather created... I don't know how it got to Earth, like our Earth, when they're from the Sonic world. It's explained with an ass pole later, but... So Eggman's grandfather apparently went to Earth and built Shadow the Hedgehog and kept him in a secret underground bunker while he lived up in a space colony with his daughter... who got shot by the government, and they sent Shadow down in a pod.
Oh, you mean Maria?
Yes, Maria.
I know that one.
And I think it's the government found Shadow's pod and put him into cryosleep or some shit like that. But so then the events of Sonic Adventure 2 happen. However, instead of it in Sonic Adventure 2, at the very end, anyone who's played it knows, Amy tells Shadow to give them a chance to be happy or something like that. Something that reminds him of Maria. And it's Amy who says it. And she is a female, so it's coming from another female, so it can click in his head. In Sonic X, everyone goes off to do their part, and Chris Thorndike finds Shadow and gives him the spiel that reminds Shadow of Maria.
I personally, I should not know that they actually basically had most of the story in the anime based off on Sonic.
Season 1, yeah. Season 2, fuck no.
Oh, okay.
Then after the events of Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow, he dies, they go back to Earth, whatever. Then Eggman gets arrested for because he blows up half the moon, then builds a second moon.
Yes.
Then uses that moon to create an eclipse, then sells balls of light, and he's arrested for fraud. Or something like that. I think he's arrested for fraud.
Yeah, so it's something very, very,
like,
he's not for that.
Yeah. And then he has 3 robot companions who go and activate this other robot, which then they get into the storyline of Sonic Battle from the Game Boy Advance, and I haven't even beaten that one. But
you have not beaten a Sonic game, Jay. How dare you?
Some of the handhelds slipped through my fingers. Like, I got 99% way through the one where you use the touch screen. I don't remember. Sonic Dark Chronicles? Something like that.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person.
The games. So then they find Tails and Sonic find the robot and they become friends with it. I think Cream finds it first and names it Ellie or something like that. Emmy. And they become friends with it and they play with it and whatnot, and then eventually it dies at their a tournament. It fucking dies. Something Eggman did. Then the government goes to Chris's house and tells Sonic and them, "Oh, your world used to be part of ours, and you guys being here is going to make the worlds merge together and cause time to stop completely." So Tails and Chris's father MacGyver a thing that allows them to go back to their world, and everyone goes through it, and before Sonic can step through it, Chris shuts it off and kidnaps Sonic and runs into the woods. And then Sonic gives him a talking to and tells Chris, "Listen, you gotta stop being a furry. You gotta stop. You gotta stop."
But Sonic,
Nope, time to stop, Chris.
But
Yeah.
I'm your fan base.
You'll be neutered. You'll be neutered if you keep this up. And then
as long as you touch my penis.
Nope, not me, doctor. And then
is it a furry doctor?
Nope,
Sonic?
normal doctor.
I can put fur on him. He'll be a furry.
I don't. Nope.
Yes.
And then Chris is like, "My parents never spend enough time with me." And then his parents come and be like, "We're gonna spend more time with you." So Chris lets Sonic go back to his world. Then that's the end of season 1. Season 2 opens up with, I believe, Tails and them like looking off into the sky as we zoom up into space where Super Sonic is fighting Robot Lelouch from Code Geass.
Speaking of which, that just got their movie going on that. They just released a movie. I think it's a sequel movie in theaters. I believe as of this recording, it was 2 days ago.
That's cool.
And they even had the dub. So
that's real cool. I want to see that.
I gotta see that too.
So then the robot, they're called Metarexes, wants the Chaos Emerald. So Sonic's brilliant idea, he's Super Sonic right now, he's at his most powerful. I catch, and he sends them across the universe. He sends the Chaos Emerald so far away that it'd be ridiculous to go and get them. And then he falls from space and lands on the beach, where he's rescued by Eggman. Then they have to build a ship to go into space and collect the Chaos Emeralds because Chris Thorndike, at 18 now, rebuilt the portal and sent himself through, and it shrunk him back down to 12.
Let's say he'd be like, "Hey Sonic, look, now I'm legal. Now you can touch me without it going to jail."
They didn't want that. So they shrunk him back down to 12.
So they shrunk him back, so they had to keep him at bay. So if you ended up as of right now, if you want to watch Sonic X due to his colorful / long explanation, you can watch it on Hulu, Tubi TV, and Yahoo Video. So if any of the things that he said interest you, you can watch it there.
So
So
we can get off this topic, but
yeah.
one
You want to add one more thing to it?
two more things actually.
All right, they better be.
Tails wants to fuck a plant girl, and Sonic gets so pissed at the robots torturing Chris, Chris, Cream, and Cosmo that he turns into Dark Super Sonic and slaughters two of them mercilessly. And then Eggman shows up and calms Sonic down and tells him, if you keep up like that, you're gonna end up always angry like Shadow. They birthed Dark Super Sonic in this show. Everyone's favorite edgy OC came from Sonic X.
And there you have it.
That's spiked, actually.
I know it did. That's why I'm just gonna pitch it down later. But
Oh
it's
god,
fine.
that show. Watch it. If you don't care about season 1, watch season 2. They have a canon that the way it works is they fire Sonic out of it.
So, and also, because I think, aside from watching it on that, I forgot, they're releasing the whole entire series on DVD soon.
I need to get that. It's...
So, you can also wait for that to come out, because there you go. You can watch it all in one go on a disc.
That and Adventure Time were that will be and Adventure Time was an insta buy for me as soon as I saw it, and it's such a good DVD collection.
Yeah, you're welcome for telling you about the Sonic X one, because that one literally I do. I'm like, oh, he probably doesn't know about this. This is brand new. All right, send it to him. Like, oh, yep, he's gonna.
I need it.
I know. I don't blame you. Just like how I bought Season 1, Part 1 of ReZero on Blu-ray.
Just in time for them to release the full dub.
And then they finally put the show back on a streaming service with the dub, all on Verve. I'm like... Literally the day after I bought the Blu-ray, I ain't got to buy both of them. I mean, I'm going to buy them anyway, but I was literally waiting and looking for them to put ReZero back on Funimation or Crunchyroll, and I was waiting and waiting for months, and then of course they whip it around and be like, hey, you got the DVD? Well, now we have the entire
they were waiting for you. They're like, not yet,
not yet
push the button now,
do it.
He bought it.
So that's the show that I need to get you and one of our other friends into, because I think it's a good show, and especially I want to watch it now because it'll be dubbed, and I'm
gonna have the best time ever. Subaru has literally the worst time ever.
Oh, it gets so excited about that. So let's now switch to the other topic.
I'm not gonna talk about anything. I'm just gonna say I will try to not rant on Sonic.
You can rant on Sonic.
I can't, because it lasts over 30 minutes per.
Well, I'm not gonna make it last 30 minutes. I'm gonna I make sure I was keeping check. Anyway,
I didn't even talk
our Fire Emblem Heroes zone. I don't know what to call that section, or Fire Emblem section. Because I know as of right now, 3 houses, we only got like a little bit more information on
all 3 of the main lords.
We did yes, they have on the 3 lords that you could be a part of.
I like the Australian.
Yeah, I like Claude too. Shut up. I don't like the joke.
I do.
So, I think they showed like an archbishop.
An archbishop.
I think they show an archbishop. I forget her name. I think it's like Rhea or something. So, but they haven't really been showing us much information lately, so we don't have any. I don't have any thoughts on that. But Heroes gave us a new banner trailer a few days ago. It's another possessed banner, and at least in this one, the last one made a lot of sense, but this one also makes sense. Except, let's go with let's start with who's in it. So, the one that probably no one knows, Marita.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, who's Margarita? What now?
So, I mean, personally, I was like, all right, I didn't know who she was either at first, but I'm thinking, from looking at her, I'm like, all right, she's either from Genealogy or Thracia. And I'm like, well, I played Genealogy recently. I don't remember seeing her, so she's probably in Thracia. And I was right, she was in And she holds a Shadow Blade, and according to her backstory, Supposedly she does get possessed because she is wielding that blade. So that
Are we
does
gonna get an what's it? An Owain where he actually
has has that would be a good idea for our next banner for that. But she is a fast motherfucker. I think her base speed is 41.
That is fast.
And she has Flashing Blade 4, which is new.
I like that.
I like it, but that's gonna be a pain in the ass
to deal with.
Yeah, especially if she has 41 base speed.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna give it to Draug. I'm gonna make a max speed Draug.
God, please. Oh my god. I don't think he's the slowest though. I think it's still Arden.
All right, let's do it. Max speed Arden. Get him all the way up to 6.
Oh my god. Ooh, yeah, honestly. And then so she's in the banner, which I think is neat because we actually have more representation from the other 2 games of Genealogy and Thracia. So I think that's cool. And although Thracia unit isn't another Reinhardt, so I think that's neat. They gotta start doing that more. Also, now we finally got a possessed Berkut, who stats and everything looks very good. He's basically min-maxed in almost everything, which is very good except his speed. But
wait, what's min?
Min-maxed.
Yeah.
So like,
which of his stats are min and which of his stats are max?
His speed is min, but everything else is pretty maxed, like out pretty evenly. It's like 30, 35s and whatnot. His art I think is so goddamn beautiful looking.
I like the little touch where when he attacks.
Yeah, they
Hot Tamale jumps out.
They definitely put a lot of work into his sprite, and I appreciate that a lot. And I know you don't love him.
Oh, I hate him.
I know you hate him, but I
like Hot Tamale though. She's kind of cool.
Renee, everyone likes Renea. But I think I think Berkut looks amazing, and he will be the one I will pull for. Not a lot, but enough to where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see if I try and get him for a bit. But he looks amazing, and his makes sense because obviously in the story of Echoes, he gets possessed. He has the lance that he actually wields in Heroes as his weapon, and he
cooks his tamales.
Yeah. I mean, some people were hoping that if they ended up putting Renee in the game,
it'd be like her own unit.
They would have, well, maybe they could still put herself in as a unit. She was never playable, but people were also kind of hoping her sacrifice version would be an actual separate unit, which I get that.
I think it could still be one.
And that's the thing. I think it still could be one. But regardless, I think they did a fantastic job on him in general. Art and everything. I haven't heard his voice clips yet. I'm going to wait until I actually get him to hear them, but I know they're out there already. Then the next person in that banner was Fimo Corrin. Probably the most outlier and dumb one out of them all. Plus, I know they want...
She's got the dragon inside of her. It wants out.
I know, but she wasn't even possessed in, her
no,
game.
She had Dirk Yato, in Conquest she had Dirk Yato.
Yeah,
the sword flew away and killed his mom.
Yeah, but she didn't do that, technically. And she wasn't possessed. She went berserk.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really count as being possessed like everyone else's shtick.
No, she's not.
Well, okay, no. They both been possessed. Everyone in this banner was like either possessed and went berserk, kind of. But only brainwashed. Corrin was just angry. And she didn't have her dragon, or he didn't have his dragon stone. So, like, I know. And also,
the one here is she.
Well, yeah, this one, it's a she. But I think also the shtick with that unit is that she doesn't have her dragon stone, so technically that's the why she's possessed and can't control whatever. I do like though that they're making that her artist is now her current like shtick now. Like her original artist was like. Her original art for her base unit wasn't great looking, and then once her summer variation came out, that's been her new consistent artist.
I forgot she got a summer.
I did too, until I just reset it.
I don't even remember what it looks like.
She has a bikini on. It has a blue tone.
Well,
she's a flyer.
Still not. The only summer units I remember what they look like are Robin, Frederick, Gaius, Leo, and Camilla.
I always have this Gaius in my mind.
Crom doesn't have a summer, does he?
Shockingly, no.
I remember Xander's. There we go.
Yeah, no. Crom was one of the Awakening units who actually had like a bathing suit, in Awakening.
Yeah.
That has not had one yet. Otherwise, Gaius has one. So the only ones from Awakening, if you're counting that DLC, would be Tharja
Chrome.
Everyone else, otherwise, in that campaign has gotten Cordelia's got hers, and Gaius has got him.
See, it'd be neat if they made one for Crom and Tharja, but I'd be scared because they'd probably do the same logic they did for the Christmas Tharja and be like, she's thick enough to have armor.
Let's speak a perfect segue, and then the last character in that banner is another
reason,
Tiki,
armor.
And it's an armored unit again. That's 2 armored.
It's a heavy.
Tiki.
It's a heavy cloak that she's wearing.
Yes, but at least I understood someone the first time, but
No, there was no excuse in the first.
No, that's fair. But why do we have 2 now? And now when you think about it, again, female Corrin, and now I know technically they kind of people somewhat separate the genders when it comes to that, but excuse me,
is there an armored Corrin?
Shockingly, no.
I was about to say I didn't think so.
But now Corrin as a whole has 6 ults. 7, I think.
All right, but that's split between the male and the female. It's still 7 for the character, but it's
same thing with Tiki.
It's at least
Tiki has summer
adult, normal adult, young, winter. This new one,
winter,
summer,
legendary. I mean, was
it legendary?
Yeah, she didn't have.
I remember using it for the Christmas banner. Summer, so that's 6. Now that's that's a lot.
It's still a lot.
But keep in mind it's between young and adult, and the Corrins is between the genders and whatnot. And,
I know.
Camilla has 7.
And will have. Oh wait, are you?
She has 6 and will have 7.
Yeah, I still.
And she is a single character.
I still can't believe that.
I
still can't believe that. And personally, out of that banner though, I want to summon for Berkut personally, even though probably not for long, but I don't have enough orbs to summon for more Brave Roy, so that banner ends tonight. So I'll use my orbs on that banner for.
When does the Alm one end? Did that end already?
That ended already.
Oh well.
Unfortunately, he's coming back. I think August or July, one of the 2. I didn't get any more Roys. I wanted more legendary Roys. I only have 1. He's a minus speed. But same with my Alm actually, which pisses me off. But whatever, I got him, so I was more than happy with that at this point. But our free unit for the is going to be a Grand Hero Battle. It's going to be a Possessed Delphia, which also makes sense in the context.
Right, Delphia.
Because you had to recruit her when she was possessed. So I
forgot that mission because I finished it so quickly.
I don't blame you. We didn't go in the...
Or not, yeah,
Silk.
Warped Cliff and... I can't remember his name right now.
Tobin?
No. Big Hot Gray.
Oh, yeah, Gray is hot. Threw me off there, but yeah, no, he's a good looking one.
The descriptors I have for them is Green Alm, Psycho Bitch.
Green Alm? You mean Green Marth technically?
Yeah, Green Marth, whatever.
Come on, Green Marth. I hate the joke. I got what you meant.
Yeah, Green Marth, Psycho Bitch, Good Boy, Plain Boy, Hot Boy. Those are the Ram kids.
Tobin's the plain boy?
Tobin's plain boy. Cliff is good boy.
Cliff is good boy.
Cliff is my favorite boy from that game.
Ooh. I love Alm too much. I love Alm too much, but Gray's pretty up there. Besides, that's his personality in general.
I don't like Claire.
See, actually, at first I didn't like her either.
I like her in-game, but I don't like what she does to Gray. That's not nice.
That's fair. I do agree with that, but Gray also had it somewhat coming in a way. Okay, but because the way I thought about her support with him, think of it from her perspective. She does probably have a lot of guys just trying to randomly hit on her because she's either royalty or she's pretty. So she's probably so sick and tired of it, so she automatically assumed Gray was going to be the same since he was already technically hitting on her a bit. Obviously she kind of understood after, if you go further in supports, that he's not that bad. They're not fully confirming that, they're a thing, but she's alright, you're not that bad. I'll at least talk to you and respect you more. So
it took quite a while for her to get there, though, and I thought,
but that's
Gray
what
did nothing
liked.
wrong.
But that's what I liked, though, that it took her a little bit long. She kind of developed a little bit when it came to, he's a commoner, but he's not a piece of, he's not Alm perfect, but he's alright.
That annoyed me too with her.
I know.
I hate when characters flaunt the main character.
I get that.
It's
a tired concept.
Yeah.
It's really it. It's because you see it a lot of places now, especially in anime.
It's even retarded when Sonic does it. Like it's
That's true.
they oof.
Very true.
In the old cartoons, oof, he had way too many
Harems.
Yeah, but Mina Mongoose was the coolest.
I did not even know they had a mongoose.
Y'all Sally supporters can at me. I don't care.
Oh,
Mina's the
God.
best.
All right. But yeah. So oof.
Or that time Tails walked in on Sonic making out with the girl he had a crush on, and then Tails got all uppity, and she was like, "Listen, Tails, I just like Sonic more." Stopping now.
Okay, that sounds like a fanfic, but
That's the fucking Archie comics.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot those were a thing.
It's canon.
That's true. They are canon.
It's comic canon.
They are canon. I had something else to talk about, and now it just.
Let's see. We were talking about Fire Emblem Banner.
Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. So.
Fire Emblem's now in Dragalia Lost.
Yeah, that's been a while. I'm not gonna reiterate that.
I thought that's what you were about to talk about.
No, but I was gonna say
I have no sense of time.
Dragalia Lost is fun though. I've been playing that a hell of a lot more recently than I expected. Yes, Fire Emblem Heroes has a crossover with that right now, but I've been playing that game almost daily, like I have been with Fire Emblem, and even then, I find Dragalia a little more fun because.
You can play it with friends.
That's my biggest thing. It has actual real-time co-op, and that pisses me off that Fire Emblem Heroes still doesn't find a way to actually have real-time co-op. Because I think it's super fun going in a map or a raid boss with your specific character and with a bunch of friends and trying to beat it. Whether or not you win or you get the rewards, it's fine. But being able to be like, all right, my Alphonse with our friends, I forget the character's name. I think it's like Ezalith. It's fun.
Who has Ezalith? You know someone with Ezalith, or whoever.
Do you even know what Ezalith looks like?
Not in the slightest.
So no, it's a 5-star unit. That one of our friends has.
Huh.
So, I think it's just because they haven't gotten Alphonse or Marth yet, because she's been trying to go for Marth, and I'm like, I don't know, baby. I tried summoning earlier, and I got a dragon. I'm like, that's not Fjorm or Veronica, but okay. All right, have that 5-star dragon, but do that to me. Why don't you, game? Okay. But yeah, no, that game's really fun actually, and I'm trying to see if I can get more people to play a bit, or if not, I'm trying to at least teach out. I'm teaching myself how to play the game and like their shticks and whatnot, and what you can do in the game, and then I'm gonna hopefully teach her so she can get more into it and we can actually play a bit more, because it's really fun, at least what's going on right now because of Fire Emblem. But
most of my times phone app wise is sunk into Duel Links now.
I've still been doing Duel Links. Because I think his not his, they're still doing that extra XP.
I think so. I did
so I've been doing that for Mokuba because I need that one card that's at level 23, because all the cards I really need for my decks are at level 23 for these character specific level ups. I'm like,
I did the World of Light thing the World of Light Society of Light thing. You have to beat it like 4 times or 3 times. No. You have to defeat Yugi, King of Games, 3 times, and you get a new skill for Jaden called Neospace, where he starts off with Neospace as the field card, and that's really fucking helpful for Neospacian decks. And I've just not just started. I built a Neospacian deck, so that's nice to have for it.
So probably I'm gonna say the last topic of this episode. What I have a question to ask you. Okay, so I'm gonna say, what is probably one of your favorite classic animes? And I'm gonna say classic is from, at least for us, probably from 2005 and below.
From 2005 and below. I don't actually know when animes came out, but
well, you can. You can probably say one, and I can give you it, because I feel like 2005 is a good leeway. If not, I can up it to 2010, because technically that's kind of starting to become that too.
Well, let's see. 2005. Stuff before that, was that like Naruto, One Piece, that stuff? Okay then.
And Rurouni Kenshin.
As basic as it might be, I think my favorite old-timey anime is either Dragon Ball Z or Naruto.
That's fair.
I think it's got to be Naruto, just because
That was more influential for both of us, really.
Although I did used to get mad at people for saying I was Naruto running. I was like, excuse me, I've been doing this since before that show even existed, and it's called Sonic running. Thank you very much.
I could totally see you doing that, saying that too. I never used to Naruto run, but I remember when that wasn't. I find it weird how that became more of a meme now than it was back then.
Well, that's because people were legitimately doing it.
Also very true. We used to go to a lot of anime.
I just meant at school.
Well, I know. I meant like in both.
Oh yeah.
But like, gone to a lot of anime clubs and seen shit like that. Oh.
I saw a man who wore
the Naruto years.
an Ahiego shirt and pants with a crown that said Lolly King. And
I remember him. Right? It wasn't that college?
I was about ready to leave.
I think he also has a Hatsune Miku shirt.
Oh, I didn't.
Because, he was...
You can buy a full shoes up to your head, including a backpack.
Yes.
Ah, here you go.
I just don't get it.
I don't get why you would wear that on your body.
No, I don't either. I really don't. That's just... Like, I don't get it.
Like a topless woman at a Paradise Beach, like some gangster shirt sell, that I can understand slightly more.
And even then,
not even like
most of the time though, that's usually like a tour. What the hell is it called? Like a tour photo, or like a photo that they
a stock image.
Yeah, like is that like a stock image, or like it could be like the album cover,
yes,
or like the cover of like
a brand or
something. Brand of the tour, let's just say. So that let's say this is their 2010 through 11 tour, and that happened to be the picture that they associated that tour with. That's what I mean. I don't know if there's a word for that, but whatever. So that makes sense too, but that doesn't show that you're perfect. It just shows that you're supporting a band or a musician that you like, and that happens to be the shirt that you bought that they were selling. This is just, hey, I like anime and I'm a pervert. I'm pervy and gross as shit. Let me wear this in public.
I like hentai.
Some people wear it ironically, but it's like, why would you want to wear it ironically?
People do a lot of shit ironically.
And I know, that's true. I do. We all do that. You and I do that, so I shouldn't be saying that, but still.
People will go on full citywide tours, ironically, and be bored to tears the entire time.
Yikes. So, finishing that top question that I asked him, I would say my favorite anime retro, my favorite classic anime, I should say, would be probably Ranma 1/2.
Why did you just put a gun on the table?
I'm not supposed to tell them about the gun.
I'm sorry.
So,
And it's in his hand.
It's in my hand now. So, this is older. This is a little bit older than what your answer was, but I'm not weird, but I really like watching a lot of older animes or cartoons or playing a lot of older video games, especially just because I want to know the history or what it was like back then and whatnot. But this really Ranma 1/2. I grew up watching Inuyasha like everyone else did around that time, so. After I was interested in more of Rumiko Takahashi's work, I was like, I'm gonna, I want to read and watch whatever other things she's made that were readily available to us with the dub preferably, and Ranma 1/2 was one of them, and I fell in love with that series because I actually own all of them I own the entire series on Blu-ray, almost. I don't have the movies yet, but. That's besides the point. But I think it's a very funny show. Sure, some things a little outdated. Some of the dub is a little outdated. Some terms are a little off, and this takes place in late 80s, early 90s.
Is
Japan.
it Chinese or Japan?
Japan.
The settings in Japan?
No, they're in Japan.
Okay.
Well, because the story is that Ranma and his dad fell into a
pond,
a spring in China.
Right, that's why I thought.
So then the goal for the overall goal for them is to go back to China to fix the curse, but they never in the show they never end up doing that, or they get close to, and then something wacky happens to them where it prohibits them. So, it's one of those shows that can be a little formulaic, but it's kind of one of those shows that the characters are very iconic and very lovable to
Isn't there a panda?
Well, Ranma's dad turns into a panda.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those shows that I just really do like, and I kind of wish some people watched it more. It can be a long show. It's like, I think at most they have about 161 episodes. So that's a lot, and a lot of episodes can feel samey or just make no sense, or they can just kind of go on for too long. But there's a lot of, I feel, the comedy might not be laughing my ass off funny, but I'm not to where it puts a smile on my face, and I enjoy watching it. So I think it's still a very good show, and I still watch it to this day, and I would still probably recommend it to people who kind of like the genre of rom-coms and slight action martial arts, even though, that's a good, the majority of the show is just martial arts, comedy, and some romance, but I definitely think it's a very funny show, and honestly, I think it's still one of the better classic shows out there that still has a pretty alright, and in the dub's case, a pretty alright dub that holds up pretty well, in my opinion. So yeah, that would probably be my favorite classic anime. And
did I ever tell you about the time my sister accidentally borrowed a hentai from Blockbuster?
They sold hentai at Blockbusters?
It might not have been a Blockbuster, or they didn't know it was a hentai, but
probably the latter.
But she definitely got it from them.
And she enjoyed it thoroughly.
No, she
good.
She got it. It was this thing called La Blue Girl, and it was about ninjas. Yeah, it was about ninjas being raped by demons, and she puts it in her old DVD player. This is a while ago. Blockbuster existed, and she starts watching it, takes it out, goes to my mom, and she goes, "This is porn." And my mom goes, "No, it's not." And she puts it in, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And then had to run back to Blockbuster.
God, that must have been a weird conversation with the clerk. Don't answer this, but I don't understand, why is rape so common in hentai? I don't get it. I really, really, really don't. Please do not answer that question. I'm just trying to make sure you don't answer that question.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't want you to go into the reason why people like watching rape in anime or in random
I've
porn
never understood why hentai has so much rape. Normal porn doesn't. Hentai is almost exclusively rape.
And I don't get it.
I think it has something to do with the women ending up being slutty and secretly wanting it. It's like a weird thing. I never understood that.
It's so grody. Oh, I know that's
there's one where it's rape becomes legal for the purpose of procreation, because
of course it would be.
Yeah, it's so
weird. I'm getting off this topic. I'm getting uncomfortable just talking about it.
I mean, it's a fun rabbit hole to go down if you're bored, but
is it though?
A lot of things are fun rabbit holes to go down.
Yeah, but rape in anime though?
Well, no. See,
hentai. Some anime.
Yeah, how everyone got all uppity about a scene in Goblin Slayer, but that's a story for another.
Well, I really didn't get uppity. I got more uncomfortable.
You didn't get uppity.
Well, I got very uncomfortable, I should say. I'm just but it's like I never seen rape in anime before. I just never like it.
It also was.
What's the point?
It also then did its job because you were supposed to be uncomfortable and hate the goblin. It's not.
And honestly, I still watch the show all the way.
It's not what's that game, Rance, where it's the hero is doing the raping. It's the little green monster things are doing the raping, and they're getting brutally, just absolutely decimated. Oof.
Ugh.
He fucks those little green fuckers up. Oof.
Oof.
If you like watching goblins get slaughtered, he's.
I know.
The manga just caught up to the anime, at least the English dub of it.
You mean
the English printing?
Thank you. I was about to say, technically they don't dub it. Oh, you're so funny.
I am so funny. That's a good shownies.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, That's great. Oh boy. Oh, also, okay, one last quick little thing. Supposedly Nintendo's doing a Warp Pipe Pass for E3.
The fuck?
Supposedly it's a thing. Like it's gonna be like a showing or like a demo of an unannounced title.
Can I have sex with the plant while I'm in it?
Please don't say that. But like, I'm very curious what that entails. Obviously, we're not gonna know until probably E3. But like, I don't know.
Can't wait to see all the speculation that it's Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh my god, don't say that. Now there are probably going to be people who probably are thinking that. Because I don't think it's going to be Metroid Prime 4, because
They
that
said
game...
an unannounced one, right?
Exactly, that's why I'm like, I don't
F-Zero. Cross fingers.
You know, I can see that, but I feel like, I'm not going to lie.
New IP.
What?
New IP.
Either new IP or like, just a new entry in a franchise, because I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like Nintendo would... why would Nintendo have a pass for an unannounced game? You know, F-Zero is popular, but not that popular enough to where it should have an unannounced thing. That's more for, like...
Mario Warfare.
Like a big Mario game, or even... I know, obviously not, but, like, Smash Brothers before that would be...
That'd be funny if they were like, yeah, Ultimate's not the real Smash Bros. Game. Here's new Smash Bros.
Oh my god, don't say that either, but... God, that would be really bad if they did that. But yeah, I think that will actually wrap up for this episode, since this has been going on for a while, and we're supposed to end it when I said it wasn't, and I wasn't. So
Sonic is King Arthur. That is canon.
is that canon?
Yes, it is. Black Knight. Sonic is King Arthur.
Right, I forgot that's a thing.
Sonic is fucking King Arthur. I
and,
love it, but I can't.
I mean, I just don't like the title because I just think
Black Knight.
Yeah, Black Knight from Fire Emblem. So. Whatever. So Sonic is now a fucking royal.
He is a master of genie, King Arthur, you name it. He can breathe in space, survive falls from the... I'm done.
And he can fuck your children.
And he can make out with human women.
Oh God, stop.
Bye. Love you.
Sonic's yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Woo!